So I have to admit, it takes quite some guts to do what this guy's doing. Wouldn't you agree?
Hi everybody, this is Albie from Pasadena, California, and for my business partner Elizabeth in Macedonia, we both want to welcome you to this short video. We're going to give you some really great tips about earning online. So let's get going.
All right, so honestly, that's what leaders do. They step out of their comfort zone and do things that, other people may not be willing to do because they want to help, lead the team to success, right? So does that mean that you're going to see me jumping out of a plane anytime soon? Well, hopefully not, because I'm a little bit scared of heights. And of course, I guess you could argue and say, well, you're not really stepping out of your comfort zone, are you? And that's kind of true, right? The thing is that you have to do what you have to do when the time comes. So I guess if I had to lead my team to victory and jump out of plane, I guess I would. But let's talk about internet marketing right now. And I've stepped out of my comfort zone many times, and that was all in the process of learning and growing. And you have to be willing to do that, right? You have to be able to go places that you may not really want to go, because if you don't, you'll never learn and you'll never grow, and you won't be a very good leader, right? And of course, this doesn't mean killing yourself, right? And one other thing, everything I'm gonna share with you in this short video, and I'm trying to make this video as short as I possibly can. But everything I'm gonna share in this video is something that you can do in your spare time, and just taking responsibility and making it happen in the little bits of your time. I know a lot of you are really busy. I know you got a lot of things to do. I know you're working full time or whatever is going on in your life, but you can do these. These are all things that you can do. I'm going to describe here in a second, that you can do completely in your spare time and are not going to ruin your social life. They're not going to, you won't wake up one morning and decide, realize I have no life, right? These are all things that you can do. All right, and so let me get into it. So let me share with you an epiphany I had the other night. Maybe you've had an epiphany before, right? It wasn't a dream or a out of body experience. It was just a thought that popped in my mind, right? But that's all it took. The thought was a simple flashback to a thought one of my old mentors had taught me years ago. It was a simple equation. Basically, it said that you only needed 5 good leaders to change the life of your business. Why 5? Well, let me explain. Most of the time, people will subscribe to find out, to your channel or your email list or whatever, and they'll subscribe to find out what you're doing that's different than anyone else or from everyone else, right? And that's fine. The thing is that out of 10 people who subscribe, maybe 1 or 2 will actually email me back and make a real connection with me, right? These people will often join our paid programs as they have decided to trust me and see if I'm really telling the truth about what I'm saying here. But only 1 or 2 out of 10 will join our programs as paid members and actually are willing to work and learn what it really takes to succeed online. All right, so did you get that? All right, so out of 10 people, right, that subscribe, you might get 1 or 2 that actually email me back, okay? And then out of those 2 that email me back, right? So let's say that you get 10 people who eventually email you back, right? Okay, out of those 10, maybe only 1 or 2 will join, right? Let's say you have 10 people that join. Only 1 or 2 of those 10 people that join is actually willing to do something serious, right? Those are the only ones that are willing to work and go the extra mile to learn what they have to learn to succeed. Doesn't this amaze you? It really blows my mind, right? However, because there's so few who actually do anything, you really have to focus on your leaders, right? And this was the epiphany, was focusing on your leaders. This is the reason why people stop growing their business, because they get people, paying members, but these paying members drop out 3 months later, right? And this can be really discouraging. Nevertheless, this is always going to happen, right? But the thing is you're always going to find leaders if you keep persisting on, if you keep moving on, right? If you focus on your leaders, then you can grow leaders instead of just people who don't do much, right? And growing leaders is really the name of the game. And that's the epiphany, right? So, for instance, have you ever compounded a penny in 30 days? Well, you know that if you do, it turns into $5 million on the 30th day, right? Try it, do the math, right? Right? So, compound a penny. So, on day one, it's a penny. On day two, it's 2 pennies. Day three, it's 4 pennies. On day four, it's 8 pennies. On day five, it's 16 pennies. On day six, it's 32 pennies, and so forth. So on day seven, it would be 32 times 2, so 64, right? And then on day seven, or did I say that? I'm get myself mixed up here. My math's not all that great, but you can see what I'm saying, right? Every day it doubles in value, right? So if you double every single day, you compound every single day. By the time you get to the 30th day, it turns into over $5 million, right? And this is what you can do with your leaders, right? Two leaders become, one leader becomes two, two becomes four, four turns into eight, and eight turns into 16. And this is a life-changing, business-changing equation. If you can duplicate leaders, because leaders are willing to do what it takes that other people aren't. And if you can duplicate that, then you can create a massive business, right? If you look at this plant called the water hyacinth, it duplicates, right? So on day one, day two, by the end of 30 days, it's taken over the whole pond, right? But by the middle of the month, you wouldn't even realize that it's barely there, right? It's just you can barely see it, but it just duplicates so fast. But the thing about it is that every part of it keeps duplicating, keeps duplicating every day. But if you get quitters on your team, well, how can quitters duplicate anything? The only thing they're going to duplicate is quitting, right? So that's why you need leaders, because leaders don't quit. They keep going and working and learning and growing and getting better. And so that's why leaders are the only thing that's going to really duplicate, especially over the long term, right? Yeah, you can get people to duplicate something for a little while, pass the bucket if you want to put out the fire. Everybody can duplicate that. And you can get people duplicating basic concepts for a little bit of time. But over the long term, especially working your own business, nobody's forcing you to work every day, and only the ones that are leaders are going to work at something where they're not getting paid right away, right? You see what I mean? Now, of course, this doesn't mean you're not going to get paid, right? But it's not a job where you clock in and clock out, right? That's the difference between leaders. Leaders create businesses that create huge income, but the people that are just employees only get, a little piece of the pie. But the leader, he gets rich, right? Well, he was willing to grow his business over a long time without getting paid for quite a while, right? That's what a leader did, right? I mean, you look at any business, and the person had a dream and a vision, and a lot of times they were ridiculed because of it, and they didn't make any money because of it, and people told them, oh, that's never going to work, and you know what I'm saying? So you have to have faith in what you're doing, and you're not going to get rewarded right away for what you do, okay? So that's why being a leader is very important, and having faith in what you're doing, and going after that faith, even though right away you may not see the results instantly. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, so let me get back to what I was saying. I kind of got distracted there. So it struck me in a big way, because I realized at that second that I had been focused so much on helping everybody that I wasn't focused on helping our leaders, right, as much as I should be. So I made a qualification chart so I could know exactly who I would focus on from now on out, right, from here on out, right? So the beginning qualifications for leadership are: 1, a big desire to succeed; 2, you're not a quitter, right? The person's not a quitter. Number 3, a willingness to learn. Number 4, advertises every day. right? Advertises their business every day. 5, communicates with us often. 6, is willing to work the plan. And 7, is on our team as a paying member in either Prosperity Marketing System or the Power Lead system, right? So those are the qualifications for becoming a leader, and also for coming into our, what's quote unquote our inner circle. All right. So I just wanted to share that with you, because that's what leaders do, right? Leaders don't quit, right? Leaders they have a big desire to succeed, right? They want to learn more. They're willing to do the work every day to advertise or do whatever they need to do, right? They're willing to communicate, right? They're willing to send a text and say, hey, Albie, how you doing today? This is what I did today, right? They're willing to work the plan, right? And of course, they're willing to be on the team as a paying member, not just going through life looking for everything that's free. Okay, honestly, free things are fine. God gives us all kinds of free things in our life, and those things are some of the best things in life. Just the air that you breathe and the ability to be alive, right? I mean, you didn't have to pay for that, right? It just came to you. And a beautiful, you wake up and you walk outside and it's a beautiful day, right? You didn't have to pay for that either. But you can't expect someone to live off of free, right? If you go to work and have to come home and not get paid, well, you're not going to be able to live. You're not going to be able to afford your apartment or your house or whatever, right? So people live from earning, right? And so everyone needs to earn, and you have to pay those who deserve it. So it's the same thing. If you go to the store and you want to buy some food, you got to pay for it, right? Those people who are working there deserve to be paid for the food that they're taking care of, providing, growing, and all the work that they're doing for you, right? And it's the same thing for your leaders, and the same thing for working with your team. They deserve for your recognition and your respect and your money to be able to live and survive and take care of their family, right? So I hope this helps you. I also hope it helps you and encourages you to step out of your comfort zone a little bit and learn and get a little bit better, grow a little bit more each day. Do things that you need to do to be able to succeed, right? A mentor told me that it's just the little things that you do that make such a difference. He said, it's easy to do, but it's easy not to do, right? It's easy to do the simple disciplines that will change your life, but it's also easy to not do them, right? And that was Jim Rohn that said that, and it's really true. So anyway, I hope that you got some good tips and ideas from this video, and I hope it encouraged you. And thanks again for watching this video. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe the video. And you're helping us to succeed, and we want to turn around and do the same thing for you, right? So when you like our video, it really means a lot to us, and when you subscribe, even more. And we really appreciate that. And I'm going to put up here on the screen our website. I'm going to put up here my email address so that you can get back to me if you want to find out more, right? All you have to do is email me. Just put in a simple line in an email. Hey, Albie, tell me what this is all about, and I'll email you back, okay? So I look forward to meeting you and working with you personally. You have a wonderful day. This is Albie. You take care. Bye-bye.